Hello Taurus, welcome to your February 2023 general reading. I'm just going to pull a few cards, see what we got going on for you this month. We'll start off with like the beginning, middle, end type of reading, just pulling out a few cards as I mentioned, and see what comes up, see what's going on. We are in Aquarius season for most of February, and then towards the end we enter, Sun enters Pisces. So water signs and earth signs seasons are very soothing, because that means the sun moves somewhere a little bit more easygoing in your chart. So I believe things will feel maybe a little bit better during that time. But let's see what we got going on for you for February. Let's start off with the 1st through the 11th, and then we'll do the middle and then the end. So for the 1st through the 11th of the month of February 2023, we have the King of Cups, Two of Cups reversed, Eight of Cups reversed. Okay, so all cups, right? Starting off the month with our heart on our sleeve. We have an interest in someone that might not be in our life anymore, or we have some type of falling out, disagreement, argument, whatever it may be. Things might not be super amazing currently. Again, it doesn't have to be with someone. It could be just a situation that once had your interest, had your heart, had your happiness, your feelings feeling pretty good, and maybe we stopped doing it, we stopped being involved, or we stopped talking to the person, whatever the case may be. In this somewhat separation or disagreement or whatever it may be, the King of Cups is someone that is stable with their emotions. They can see things clearly. Like, this is not someone that is emotionally manipulative. It's in the upright. He's calm, cool, and collected, and he's nurturing and wise. And he's holding a cup, staring out at someone or something that he's interested in pouring his emotions and heart into. Okay, so there's an interest here. Okay, there's something pulling at your heartstrings, and by the looks of it, it was something related to the past, or that once was, or it existed. Okay, or it can still be existing, but maybe it's not at its full potential, and or in the great position. And so the Two of Cups reverse tells me, something went sideways, and I want to fix this, or I want to go back to this. And so here's the Eight of Cups returning. Usually it's about walking away in the upright, but when it's reversed, it's going back to it. Now, it doesn't have to be you. It can be someone else or another situation coming up to your present here. We're out of the Mercury retrograde. All planets are direct, even Mars and Gemini that was retrograde for a couple months. So there are some things here that maybe we left out, or hadn't addressed, or weren't clear about something, had the time for it. Maybe we didn't know how to express ourselves, or whatever the case is. But we want to go back and address something, fix something. Or we could just simply be in our feelings about it, and that's it. And we could just be there and not making the movement yet. But I feel like you will. The King of Cups is kind of thinking about it, and plotting, but like in a good way, right? Kind of evaluating everything. So let's see what we have from the 12th through the 20th of February. Six of Swords, the Lovers, Gemini card, major arcana card, Two of Pentacles. So Six of Swords is about movement or thinking about moving, because swords is, the mind, its thoughts, its communication. And so if you're not moving, you have thoughts of it, or somebody does. Move together, move to the next stage, the next phase of something. Move away, move towards them, or towards a situation. If it's work, maybe we need to move towards work, right? Or towards, maybe move closer, or somewhere along those lines. There's movement. But a lot of what I see so far has to do with something that you're passionate about, that you love, okay? Your heart's in it for sure. The Lovers in the upright is a beautiful card. Two of Cups right below it, the Lovers in the upright. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, but you don't have to. Regardless, the Lovers is two people that have interest in one another and are maybe like in the flirting stage or just in a good stage. However, normally to me, one might be slightly more interested or invested than the other, because she's kind of looking up and he's kind of looking at her, So just a heads up there, we want to make sure that we're on the same page. But it looks great, to be honest. There's movement that I feel does end up happening with the King of Cups. He was like chilling, trying to figure out how he wants to go about this, and then moves towards love, whatever that is. It could be a passion, it could be something that you're very interested in. Doesn't, again, have to be a person, a solution, something here that you feel will fill your cup, your heart. And there's time to make a decision. Two of Pentacles is two decisions that involve time, effort, and maybe even money because of the Pentacles, okay? It's two things that is long-term stability, two pathways, two different things that just requires investment regardless, if it's emotionally or not, if it's money or whatever. But we're making a decision. Could be with a job, it could be with a person, it could be just in general in a situation. We're making a decision, at the middle of the month or towards the end of the month, middle of the month. So you definitely make one. You're kind of juggling, trying to see, maybe you have too many things going on, and you're trying to figure out what you should dedicate yourself more to, or how to have balance. But you're definitely trying to put your heart first and then everything else, right? Usually we're more logical, but I feel here we're more on the emotional side. What feels good, right? So from the 20th through the 28th, the end of the month here of February, we have Knight of Cups reverse, Four of Pentacles in the upright, and the Hangman in the upright major arcana card. All right, so Knight of Cups reverse is not hearing back or hearing something that you want to hear, or having the results or the emotion that you thought you would have. Maybe an offer doesn't get made or you don't hear back. This could be you not interested as well. Again, it could be either or. But the Knight of Cups reverse is like at a halt and not making a movement towards something. So something here happens between the middle and the end of the month that you made a decision on. And I feel like maybe you going back meant you had to make a move, or you thought about moving. You're trying to make something work, and I feel with someone or something that you feel is, worth it. But at the same time, you're maybe still trying to be logical and thinking about, do I have the funds, or do I want to step down for something or whatnot? And so you are making a decision here in the middle of the month, and I think you end up not taking an offer or not going through with something, or it could be the other way around. Maybe they're not interested or whatever, or ends up not working out. But I feel like this is you for the most part. But regardless, you end up closing up with keeping to yourself, keeping your money to yourself, you're reserved, quiet, private, holding on tight to your pentacles, to your security, your stability, what you've built, what you've earned, what you invested in, and then closing out with the hangman in the upright though. So the hangman just kind of waits around, see what else is next, what else comes up for you. And it's okay to be in the hangman mode throughout life. You have to. Sometimes you just gotta throw your hands up and try to let life speak to you by having things be. Okay, so I feel like something ends up changing your mind or changing their mind, and you're like, you know what, that's the last time I do that. Or, you know what, I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna keep my money, keep myself to myself, and just kind of wait for something better to come around. Maybe it's an old opportunity you thought you wanted, maybe you did at one point, but it was too risky, requiring you to make movements and whatnot. You saw the potential and were like, okay, I could see it making me happy. Or maybe it did, but then you were like, or maybe they made more requirements or whatever. Something comes out where you're like, you know what, I don't know if it's worth it, and have a change of heart, or they have a change of heart. So I don't see you very like sad or upset. I just see you kind of like, all right, that was done with. That curiosity, that you know, itch on my back is itched. I'm gonna sit here and see what else comes up. So it's kind of what I get for you. It's like you're gonna try something out and then wait for a result or a better result. So it's I think for the most part, a lot of evaluating both emotionally and you know, money wise, materialistically. But it's more your heart. I feel like you want to be led by your heart, but you're also logical and practical. You're an earth sign, so I feel like at the end you feel like something better is gonna come. So I feel like you end up choosing you, or just choosing to keep to yourself, to close up. Maybe you take a risk at something and you didn't really like the result or didn't hear back, and you're like, forget it, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like you try, get to, you know, dip your toes in the water, and then you kind of take your toes out and you just wait. So it doesn't look like a bad month at all. I think there's curiosity and a waiting period. So I feel like you're going to be very curious and trying to figure something out here or someone. And then you kind of close up and know that something better is coming because of that hangman. And it usually does. So it's all in all great reading, Taurus. That's all I have for you, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye for now.